So, hello. Um, Today's video's subject is about doing composition, or at least how I do compositions. So, I'll be showing you my latest project, which has nothing yet, and how I get started. First of all, I have to have an idea about the piece. Currently, I don't have any kind of clue what kind of piece this will be, except that it is a concerto for trumpet and wind band. It's called Dream Dimensions. And the only idea I have at this point is that I will try to depict different kind of dreams through music. Like there might be something serene or nightmarish or something like that. So I'm not sure yet how the first part will go, what kind of style it has. The second one will be like a slow and very light dream-like, and the last part will probably be like more energetic and maybe even groovy or something like that. But the first part, I don't have a clear idea how I'm gonna do it. But yeah, basically, when I start composing stuff, I have an idea in my head, maybe a story of some kind, or maybe a musical, like a single phrase. But usually, when I start to compose, the ideas kind of come to me naturally. It's usually the percussions dictate what kind of piece it will be. I had an idea that I will start this piece with timpani. So let's put it there. Now the only idea I have at this point is that the first part, it will begin with timpani and maybe some chord mass in the background and with the trumpet. And timpani will be playing a single tremolo. So, so here's F. Let's put a couple of these here. Then we put a tremolo or a trill. I don't know, but you know the timpani thing. Let's put it on pianissimo so it doesn't bother us too much here. And I try to picture what kind of music goes with this. So it has to be something slow, maybe a metronome of 80. The solo trumpet comes in probably in the second bar, I think, but I don't have a clear idea about the themes of this song, so probably there's going to be some kind of single phrase or a theme that I will follow throughout this first part and go with that. So I don't have any idea what it is, but let's see. I need it to sound like something like a morning, the sun is rising, and it's a bit ominous, but not too much, but more like hopeful, even though it is in minor key. So there's the first note in F minor. This always works, so let's go with this. And let's just try stuff like uh, like something this like this. Let's put this a bit. Okay. So this is just a melody that came into my mind. And another one here. So it's a bit naive melody, but I can variate it still. So this is just something that came to my mind just now. And I will try to follow it, the idea. And if it's not good, then I will change it. If it is good, then I will follow it. This just might be the theme of this first part. I just uh, figured it out just now. I didn't have any kind of idea about this. So now I'm going to play it and let's see how it resonates with me. I think the beginning is okay. I'm not sure about this last part yet. So, what is important to notice here is that I'm very ear oriented composer. Like, I hear things in my head, but I can't tell straight away that what kind of chords there are and like that. Usually, I have to try stuff. So, I don't have it clearly in my head what it sounds like and what it seems like with the notes. So, I have to hear it, what I'm doing. And then after that, I can tell pretty easily if it's good or not. So that's my strength, I guess. So usually I can tell pretty fast that if the melody works or not. So I think the beginning here works, but this might be a bit too, like, I don't know, boring. How about this? Okay, the timpani isn't playing, but no matter. Okay, I think this might be even worse than the one before. So I'm definitely gonna change it. Okay, this might be more interesting. Let's try it. Maybe. If not, I might have to variate from the key. Okay, this is definitely more interesting now. I'm not gonna say that this is the one I'm gonna use, but this feels more interesting than the two melodies before this. So okay, let's say now I'm happy with this melody. So now I'm going to build stuff around it, and that means adding other instruments here. What does this need if it's like a sorrowful but hopeful sunrise or something like that? So I have no idea, but when I heard this melody, then I had a idea that maybe a constant triols with high woodwinds would be cool. It has to be pianissimo and nothing too loud or clear. So maybe just the flutes. So let's try this. How does this sound now? Okay, this note signifies to me that the chord will change here. It's no longer F minor in this bar, but I think it's going to be F minor all the way through here. So this sounds a bit like from a Hollywood movie. I would say very American, and I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not. Then long chords here. Clarinets are usually very good in this kind of thing. So let's try this. Okay, I made a mistake here. These were supposed to be like this. This is what I intended. So let's try again. It's a bit too fast. Let's put 65. on the tempo. Yeah. And here the chord will change. Okay, so now I have a beginning for this piece, and I'm not gonna say that this is the final version of the beginning, but I had an idea, I followed it, I created the melody, then I had an idea about the background, then I created it, and probably I will change this in some way still, but now I have something to work with. And that's how composing with me goes. I have an initial idea about dreams and how what would dreams sound like, but I don't have any kind of music in my head yet except ideas. Then I just start to do it and follow my intuition and see where that leads. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to follow this idea, and then I'm going to show you what I have been able to create.
Okay, so after a few composing sessions, I finally have the intro for this concerto, and I followed the ideas that I had when I showed you how I made the first 4 bars. So one thing is still missing. I'm going to add vibraphone here to play the chords like in triols, like balalalalam, balalalalam, and so on. I haven't been able to do that yet, but you will hear it in the final product at the end of this video. So I told you that in the fifth, we started in F minor. In the fifth bar, I will change the chord for the first time. And as it happens, I went into D flat with the bass. I always make the bass line first. So when the trumpet stops playing the first bars, then we have the bass line that descends. Every note is a separate chord. And then I just create the chords to the bass line and see where it goes. So I don't have any kind of idea beforehand what the chords are. I'm just following my intuition and then see where it leads. And if it's good, I will keep it. And this is the end product. So after a few chord changes, we end up at G minor. And then we are no longer in F minor. And that's okay, because the intro is not supposed to stay in single chord. So it will change all the time. And I will see how it evolves when I create the chords. So we now go to G minor. Then we get the trumpet melody again with the triols in different chords and the clarinets. And then again the chords change and we end up in D minor. And again, this is the third time we go in this kind of place. But at this point I had a pretty good idea where this intro is going. So now instead of trumpet, the euphonium is playing the melody and trumpet is playing the counter melody. And the triols are separated to altophone also, because this is a longer section. So it's not great for the player to play 8 bars, these kind of triols. So I made some pauses here. The clarinets are a bit in trouble because they have this long note, but They can breathe where they want. It's not that big a deal. It's just in the background. Also, in every time this chord progression comes, there is this, do you call it counter melody, with oboe, altophone, and tenor saxophone. And it's a bit different every time. The melody is also a bit different, but the general idea is there. And then we go the longer section, and then comes the grand finale, you could say, where everyone plays, and it's this tutti forte, really massive ending to the intro. And here again, the chords change pretty unpredictably. I didn't plan them beforehand, they just happened the way they did. But the only thing that was sure is that I have to land in the original key, which is F minor. And there the piece will kind of start going. So this is just the intro for the first part. So I still have a long way to go to finish this whole concerto. But yeah, in general, I just follow my intuition. I don't plan too much. I trust my ears, and I can notice what works and what doesn't. And yeah, this is, I really like this, how this went. So yeah, you can hear the intro after this. So I don't know. You tell me, is it good or not? I guess we'll find out.